You are listening to Radio Long Island City, recorded at our studios near Hellgate, 9 kilometers north of the Harbor Hill Moraine. And now, the Observatory. The Observatory, Thursday the 13th of February, 2025. It is 54 days after the winter solstice. It is 35 days before the spring equinox. By the French Republican calendar, it is the 25th day of Pluvieuse, the day of the lièvre, the hare. The sun rises today at 6:52 a.m. Solar noon takes place today at 12:10 p.m. The sun sets today at 5:28 p.m. Civil twilight ends at 5:57 p.m. and nautical twilight ends at 6:29 p.m. The length of daytime today is 2 minutes 28 seconds longer than yesterday. The moon is in its waning gibbous phase and is 99% full at midday. The last quarter will arrive on Thursday, the 20th of February. These are the predicted tides today for Horns Hook. In the early morning, low tide, 4:20 a.m., 0 centimeters. In the late morning, high tide, 10:46 a.m., 1 meter 40. In the afternoon, low tide, 4:48 p.m., minus 9 centimeters. At night, high tide, 11:12 p.m., 1 meter 34. In our shared realm of plants and animals, according to the Brooklyn Botanical Garden, February is the month when we begin to see the earliest blooming plants. The witch hazel, Hamamelis mollis, should take advantage of the first mild days to burst into flower. The Japanese pink pussy willow, Salix gracile stela, also puts on an early display. Commemorations. Today we contemplate the specter of entire cities reduced to ruin in war. On this day in the year 1258, Hulagu Khan ordered the sack and plunder of Baghdad. His Mongol armies had conquered the city and ended the Abbasid Caliphate. Now they descended on the population of 1 million souls and reduced the city to rubble. This event is widely viewed as the end of the Islamic Golden Age, when Baghdad was one of the world's great centers of science, learning, art, and commerce. On this day in 1945, the firebombing of Dresden commenced. The first night's raids were carried out by Bomber Command of the Royal Air Force. They were joined on the next 2 nights by the United States Army Air Forces. 1,600 acres of the historic city center were destroyed, and more than 25,000 were killed in firestorms induced by the incendiary bombing. This is a good day to consider what we do when we lay entire cities to waste. On this day in 1886, the American painter Thomas Eakins resigned from the Philadelphia Academy of Art. He had offended the school's authorities by using nude male models in a life drawing class attended by both male and female students. On this day in 1979, Curtis Sliwa formed his freelance uniformed group, the so-called Guardian Angels, to fight crime in New York City. And today is World Radio Day, celebrating the broadcast medium. The commemoration was proposed to UNESCO by the Spanish Radio Academy and was supported by broadcasting associations across the world. Happy World Radio Day to all our listeners. And that is the Observatory, Thursday the 13th of February, 2025.